Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to go through and swatch all of my Lisa Eldridge red lipsticks for you. I kind of get the feeling that Lisa's going to be releasing some new lipsticks this year, and I wanted to show you what each shade looks like swatched on my lips as well as on the back of my hand, so you can say, okay, I have this one, and the other one I'm interested in is yes or a no. I wanted to make it as easy for you as possible. There are some shades in here that I don't consider reds, but a lot of people do. So there's going to be some more rusty tones in here and some that are leaning a little bit on the pinkish side. I have 13 lipsticks in front of me and I thought we would start with the lightest and the sheerest. This right here is the shade called Atomic Cherry. This is a luxuriously lucent formula. This was the first lucent red that Lisa released. This to me wears a little bit more like a coral lipstick and less like a red lipstick. I think you'll see why I don't really think of it as a red, but this might be the sort of lipstick you're looking for if you want something that's sheer, if you want something that is not too bright or powerful. It does have a really nice sheer quality to it. I did layer it up multiple times, but let me swatch it here for you. Here is Atomic Cherry, and I think depending on what you're going for, this might be exactly the red lipstick you're looking for. This next lipstick is from Lisa's Insanely Saturated line. There's only 5 shades in that line at the moment, and I really love this formula. It is stunning. I have all 5 of these, but it's kind of like a demi-matte, so it has a ton of pigmentation to it, like so much pigment, and it's easy to wear, but it's not glossy or heavy or uncomfortable. And this shade is Strawberry Shock. Here's Strawberry Shock. This is one of those that is so comfortable for me to wear. I really love the way that these wear. Here it is here, but you can see the intense pigment difference between this light and sheer formula and the lucent to the Insanely Saturated. This is one of the true velvet lipsticks, so it's a beautiful, comfortable matte formula that applies like a cream lipstick. This is one of those shades that I wear in the middle of winter when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. This is perfect for a hot summer day because it is one of those bright orange-leaning reds. This is called Velvet Morning. Here is Velvet Morning. I love this lipstick. It's one of the ones that I have used a lot. When you have as many lipsticks as I do, the minute some get some really serious wear, you know it is in constant rotation. But this is one of those that I love. I never used to wear a warm leaning red, but when I discovered this one, it kind of opened the doors for me to start looking for more warm red lipsticks. And they're beautiful and they're super flattering. I really love this shade. This next lipstick is Velvet Dragon. So this is a really warm, almost terracotta leaning red shade, again in the Velvet formula. Here's Velvet Dragon. This is one of those that just kind of screams fall to me, but I feel like this is the sort of lipstick that if you happen to have the right undertones to your skin would be your perfect red. I like that it is a little bit warmer in tone overall. Here is Velvet Dragon compared to the others. You definitely see that it has more of that terracotta lean to it. And this one is definitely pulling more coral lined up to the rest of these. Here's another shade I don't really think of as a red, but a lot of people do. This is Velvet Cinnabar. Here's Velvet Cinnabar. It is significantly darker, as you can see, than the rest of the reds we've seen up to this point. It definitely has more of that statement look on my fair skin, but this might be somebody's perfect red shade. This could be like that really nice, toasty, beautiful shade. I really like this color and this formula. I tend to reach for this shade a lot more in fall and winter. This is Palazzo. It's a luxuriously lucent red. This was the red I was hoping that Atomic Cherry would be. But this is like my perfect, easy, no fuss, low maintenance red lipstick. I like the shine of this lipstick. One quick pass gives you a really beautiful sheer, just barely red look, but I love to build it up. First of all, I love the way that it feels, but I also love this color. If you're looking at it here, it does look so much cooler compared to everything else, but there is still a little bit of warmth in this. I don't feel like it is as cool as some of the other reds in this lineup, but this is one of those that, you know, it's like my favorite summer red lipstick. I'm constantly reaching for this, and this is one that I recently had to pull out of my purse because it's one that I'm like, yep, it's that time of year, time for Palazzo. I would say though that if you are not a matte lipstick person, this is the red that is comfortable, that is creamy, that is hydrating, that wears really well, and is easy to reapply. So if you're looking for a red from Lisa and you're not a matte lipstick person, check out Palazzo. She's brand new. I had to get a new velvet ribbon. I had used the velvet ribbon that I had originally so much that it was down to a nub, and it was hard to apply, and I was like, okay, get a new one. So I did, and I haven't used it yet. This is my favorite red lipstick. Out of any, like the shade as well as the formula, this is the one. I knew I was gonna need another one. I have it in the Velveteen, which is liquid lipstick. I have it in the lip pencil. This red is, to me, what a perfect red lip is. Here is Velvet Ribbon. It is such a beautiful, beautiful shade. And I feel like you can see this pulls a little bit warmer than this does. This really feels like the ultimate red lipstick. I feel like it's a really good balance between being warm and being cool. Maybe it leans just a little hair on the coolish side, but it's one of those that flatters so many people. I also like this so much. I must have more than 60 red lipsticks in my collection, and some of them are more expensive and from, you know, more quote unquote luxurious brands, but this is the one that I've had to repurchase. Do you know how long it takes to burn through a lipstick, especially when you have more than 300 lipsticks in your collection and more than 60 of them are red? Like, I really love this lipstick. If you're looking for the perfect red, might I suggest Velvet Ribbon. The other thing I'll tell you is when I first got this, I was so impressed with the wear time. I applied it, I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it was creamy enough on my lips that when I got a little bare spot in the middle, because it's bullet lipstick, it's not transfer proof, all I had to do was smush my lips together or use my finger to pull color from my Cupid's bow to the middle, and it looked perfect all day. I wore it for more than 12 hours and never reapplied. Now, that doesn't work with every velvet lipstick. I feel like the really bright ones have the potential to do that if you really, and I always layer. I am a chronic over applier, so I'm always gonna put on more than a lot of other people when it comes to lip products. So there was plenty of lip product to go around, but if you like this blotted, it's also beautiful. Can't say enough about this. Favorite formula, favorite shade, love Velvet Ribbon. We're getting into darker territory here. This is Velvet Duchess. Here is Velvet Duchess. This is what it looks like compared to the rest. These guys are a little bit warmer, and Velvet Ribbon definitely is more neutral. This has more of that kind of cranberry or berry lean to it. This on me is a very vampy look. I happen to wear the lightest shade in Lisa's skin tint and shade number 2 in her foundation. So if that's helpful to you at all to know, you know, what I normally wear foundation wise, but you can see it's significantly cooler. It has kind of almost like a pomegranate lean to it. I really like it, but this is one of those that I have to make sure I have appropriate makeup everywhere else because it is such a bold statement lip. It does tend to wash me out a little bit, so I'm always reaching for just a little bit more blush when I wear some of these darker reds. Here's the darkest red that Lisa currently makes. This is called Velvet Jazz. Here is Velvet Jazz. It is a stunning lipstick. And here it is compared to Velvet Duchess and the rest of them. You can see that it's not quite as cool or have as much kind of, you know, purple or blue tones to it. It is more of a brick red on me, and it is still super comfortable to wear. I really, really like these darker, deeper shades. This next lipstick is Velvet Enchantment. It's what Lisa kind of thinks of as a fairy tale red, the sort of red that you would see on a fairy tale character. Here is Velvet Enchantment. I think you can see it has definitely some more earthiness and warmth to it. It's not as dark as those last two shades. It is such a comfortable formula. I keep coming back to that. I'm so amazed at how comfortable these velvet formulas are. But this is one of those, I think that if you're not in for like a really bright, bold, like classic red, you might like Velvet Enchantment because it does have a slightly more desaturated, a little bit more muted, while still being a really lovely red lipstick. This is Velvet Bloom. This is a lipstick that was released last summer, and I was never really sure whether it was a red or kind of like a really deep pink. It's such a pretty shade. Here is Velvet Bloom, and I think you'll see why. I kind of feel like it has a little bit more pink to it. And so I'm always like, is it a red? Is it a pink? Because when I think red, I'm thinking this. And I mean, it does definitely have red lipstick vibes, but it does have that beautiful hint of like a deep rose petal pink to it. It is so, so beautiful and goes with so many different looks. Here is one that I always think of as a pink, but on some people can read red. This is the shade Velvet Rain. Here is Velvet Rain. On me, it is definitely more of a pink shade. And if you see it here, it definitely does pull pink. But next to Bloom, don't they both look so much pinker compared to the other reds? I love that we have this wide range of bright pigmented lipsticks that run the gamut of warm to cool. This last lipstick is really a pink. This is Velvet Pompadour. But I think that when you see it next to some of those more pink leaning lipsticks that do have a red vibe, I think you'll understand why I put it in this grouping. Here is Velvet Pompadour. It's obviously a pink, but this looks more mauve now, doesn't it? And Pompadour and Velvet Bloom feel very similar to me. And Velvet Pompadour and Velvet Enchantment also feel very related, like they could be cousins or something. But if you're looking at the lineup here, we have a wide range of shades. Some that tend to be a little bit more cool leaning, and that's why I have these here, and other ones that are definitely more on the warm side, except for these two guys here. But that's why I kind of have them split up this way. I had to put on my favorite red again, and I even brought out my ribbon pencil from Lisa Eldridge to kind of get that really perfected crisp red lip. Man, I love these lipsticks so much. Red is my favorite lipstick shade to wear, and these formulas here, the Lucent, the Insanely Saturated, and the Velvet formulas are the ones that are at the very top for me and the preferences that I have. I feel like sometimes as I'm getting older, my lips can't handle matte lipsticks unless they're the right formula. These are the right formula for my lips. I also tend to love something that has some shine, but not too much, because sometimes if it's too emollient, it travels outside of my lip line. And I don't find I have that problem with the Luxuriously Lucents. I really love the really fun shades of the Insanely Saturated, and here's hoping we get more than 5. Thank you so much for watching today. Here's where I want to know, what's your favorite shade of lipstick to wear? Or if you have a makeup item that kind of feels like, you know, you're pulling on your superhero suit, what is it? It doesn't have to be lipstick. For me, it's red lipstick. I also want to know, if you do love red lipstick, what's your favorite red? Doesn't have to be from Lisa Eldridge, could be from any brand. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm also going to link below the video I did last week, an updated look at all of the pinks from the brand. There's pinks and some berries in there if you were looking for comparison. Thanks so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.